A lot of people ask, what's wrong with society? I'm going to teach you today. Today I'd like to discuss how the modern woman self-sabotages her life and ultimately destroys the beta male. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey and I make it relevant for everyday life people. Just sitting on my balcony, dropping the deep truths of the universe. A lot of people have been asking, what is wrong with society? And your high commander is going to break it down for you today. And we see a vicious cycle that's been going on. And the modern woman, who is disconnected, constantly destroys the beta male. And this cycle repeats and repeats. Women are intuitive, but they have lost their way. They have lost this ability in the modern world, listening to, sources that are outside of themselves. If you are the divine feminine, you're supposed to be listening to your intuition. You're supposed to be listening to your heart. But in a modern world, people are tuned in not to the natural ways, not to the energy, frequency, and vibration. They're actually tuned into BS, all right? Belief systems. And that is what they are actually a slave to. They're a slave to the belief systems, all right? And what we're witnessing is that many of the modern women, they want a man that they can easily control. They're not tuned into their heart and seeking love. So this has been the way in the modern world. Women are not going for their true love, but they're actually looking for a man that they can control. That's out of balance, that's out of alignment. But this has been the way, and the vicious cycle has been repeating as the energy of the wind is picking up again today. But no, these are the deep truths. I share about getting back to the basics and the way that, we are supposed to be. And we're supposed to be listening to our hearts and living from the heart space and not living from the mind, or especially, a lot of women, it's the hyena effect. The catty women, you get together in groups, and because they're miserable, they will try to direct the divine feminine and try to get in their head. Misery loves company. Do you know this? All right, so you have to know that this is part of the modern society. Okay, their heart will feel the godly Sigma male, but they will self-sabotage this feeling. Okay, this is the natural intuition that we're supposed to have. Instead of listening to words, or going to a matchmaker, or going on an app, we're actually supposed to go out in the world, and according to our vibrational resonance, we connect with someone on a very deep level, and it hits us in our heart. I've shared this many times. The body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth, but the modern woman has this vicious cycle of self-sabotaging themselves. And maybe, when you are rooted in the ego and you're looking for a man that you could control, all right, and that's why we're constantly seeing, not only the cycle, we're seeing a split. We're seeing people that are actually pulling themselves back and not even getting involved with certain circumstances. They go for the weak man that they can control. And over time, eventually, they will destroy the beta male. And this actually comes from the energy that they have inside of them. Unfulfilled, empty, and frustrated. So as the life continues, and get in tune to your chakras, okay? I'm here to tell you the deep truths, all right? Get in tune with your chakras and get off the apps and get out of the people that get in your head, all right? So over time, this modern woman is going to be unfulfilled, empty, and frustrated, and then they will actually consume the beta male. And maybe you are a woman, and you might have made a certain decision. You went on your life's journey, and you might have had these. You could share it in the comments for other people. And if you're the divine feminine, please take this video and share it to a woman before she throws her life away as the vicious cycle continues. Okay, it's very difficult to break the subconscious programs. All right, but the more that we get in tune with the natural energies, the more that we come back together and get into alignment. This is what I've been sharing on the channel. Society is out of balance and out of alignment. Okay, you smash the like button if you're here to reset this vicious cycle. Okay, so over time, the modern woman will actually consume the beta male, and the beta male will be left destroyed. How does this look? As the must be stirring up the timeline here. All right, you see how the timeline's getting stirred up? Okay, this is what your high commander does. All right. How does this look in the modern society? So the man has wasted years of their life. They might have lost their home or lost half of their pension. This is how it actually looks in everyday life. So you might have the modern woman, all right, and over time, they actually are going to consume the life force of the beta male, okay? They were not looking for love. They were looking for a man that they can control and then zap their resources, left unfulfilled, left frustrated, and then they absolutely destroy the beta male. Well, this sounds kind of interesting, High Commander. Do you have any examples in nature? Of course, Light Warrior. I have real-life examples, okay? You have to know that when you look at the world, okay, you're going to have certain things like the praying mantis and the black widow spider, okay? They actually consume the male when they're done with the male, okay? And in the world, as we're stirring up the spirits today, please smash the like button. You see we're stirring up the spirits. As we look at society, I keep telling people, you got to look at nature. You got to look at the behaviors. The simple one I've been giving people, when you look out at nature, look how lions act. Look how the lioness goes to the Lion King, and look at how the hyena filth operates. Okay, so start looking at nature, and there are pieces of evidence in nature where you will have a woman, or the woman female species, actually consume the male. So in the modern world, that might look like siphoning half the pension, taking the home. If you have real life stories, please share them in the comment section. Okay, this is a community of truth and improving the overall quality of life for humanity. All right. There are spiritual consequences to this. Okay, so a lot of people, when they're in their ego, and the modern woman thinks that they are going to do this for the rest of their life. Okay, what they're not realizing, okay, of course, on the Instagram, on your OnlyFans, right, you're going to get tons and tons of beta males. That's what you get. You get beta males. You don't get men like me, and you don't get men like my other brother warrior leaders, okay? And over time, because you think that men like me are going to act like the beta male, I don't have time. I don't have time for OnlyFans. I don't have time for Instagram. I have time to build, teach, and lead. I need a real woman in my life that does the same, okay? And what happens in the world is that the vicious cycle will continue. And now you're going to have what is left after the shift or the devastation that actually occurs. And, people are not in tune with the spiritual, consequences. There's spiritual consequences of what you have done. So if you're a woman and you're out there and you want to attract a real man, okay, a man of quality, and not, listen, beta males, dime a dozen, kid, okay? So there are spiritual consequences Did you do your ritual? Till death do you part, right? There's an energy behind that. You got to start thinking of energy, kid. You got to start knowing these things. You got to know, hit the subscribe button if you want to learn about these deep truths, okay? So did you do the ritual? Till death do you part? Did you intertwine your genetics and maybe pop out a kid with the beta male? Okay? These repercussions, they last forever. There's an energy signature that lasts throughout your lifetime forever. Okay? And continue to share this message so people get these truths. And if you want to know more about these spiritual repercussions and you want a full video on that, leave a comment down below. All right? So remember this. Okay? We have opportunities in our life, and we have to know what you reap is what you sow. Okay, what you put out to the universe, a lot of people, and again, is it humanity's fault as a whole? Okay, probably not, but we have free will to break the patterns. It's overwhelming to see. It's the same thing, social media, what they put on TV, what people have in their mind. Okay, and it's not the authentic truth. And what we're here to do is get back to the basics. We're changing the timeline with this one, baby. We're getting back into alignment, because where the world has gone, it is not in alignment to how we're supposed to be in nature. Okay, go out. Okay, go out to the grasslands. Go visit the lions. I see some of them. I see these videos that people are playing with the lions. I think I have to get I'm going to get a lion one day. Okay. No, observe the lions. Do you think they're listening, or they just go and they feel their instinct? Okay, and the modern woman has lost their instinct, so they are maybe going or approaching it like maybe a praying mantis, right? Maybe a black widow spider, and looking for prey. This is out of alignment, and this has no representation of true love. So that's why when you're going out in the modern world, you can't just look at labels. You can't just say, everyone is a victim, everyone is great, everyone's a unicorn and rainbow. We are who we are. Your body is the tuning fork for telling you the truth. You have to get in tune with the body, okay? Content of character, it lasts the test of time. A lot of people aren't understanding this. They're using the logical mind. They're using, what society taught them. Okay, the modern woman might go through these things. They do these things. Maybe they get married. They pop out a couple of kids, and then they want to come back to the Sigma male later. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. We're good. We're good. We're okay. All right, because we're not in this world, okay? A lot of men like me, we don't need that, okay? We don't need that in our lives. We actually need true love in our life, okay? I'm good. I'm good. What's that? You're 29. Why do you look older than me? What? No, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, because it's about energy, frequency, and vibration. It's about what you put out into the world. It's that karma. Okay, when you take advantage of people. Okay, when you use or prey on people and not in alignment, there are spiritual repercussions to this. And that's why I know a lot of people have been writing about this. You're seeing more and more men are staying signal. These are the situations. And the bottom line is, ready? I'm here to improve everyone's life. Okay? We need to get back into balance and back into alignment and back into that heart. You can get the hearts going in the comment section, because this is the truth. Okay, you wanted the truth? I'm giving you the truth. People are asking, what's the problem in the modern world? Why is this happening? This is a vicious cycle until people break the cycle. Okay, because therefore, and again, it is free will, people have to get in tune with their actual essence. So, the modern women, because they look at Instagram, they see all these people on OnlyFans, you got the betas lining up, right? Don't ever come back to me. Don't come to my men. Don't come to our leaders. You get beta. That's what you get for the rest of your life. You could write it in the comments section. You get beta. That's what we get. Okay, so if you are the divine feminine, I know that this is a very big problem that's going on. Maybe you have someone that you could share this message to. If you are the divine masculine, your high commander is here to keep you focused and keep you motivated. We're all going through this together, and it's just it is just the way of the world. A lot of these things are out of alignment. Okay, but as we move forward, we're getting back and get rid of the BS. The truth will last the test of time. That feeling that you have inside of you, maybe some of these things resonate to you. Maybe, okay, you went through this in your life. Are you a woman? Okay, I'm here to support you. Okay, and I'm especially here to support maybe our woman that hasn't, done these things already. Did you get into the situation where you were left by the beta male, unfulfilled, empty, and frustrated? Okay, look at those three things. I'm giving you the answers, guys. I'm giving you the answers, okay? And if you are the Sigma male, okay, if you are a man of principle, do you need anyone in your life, or are you looking for true love in your life? Okay, so these are the things we're going to get back into balance. We're going to get back into alignment. So if today's message resonates with you, you love when I drop the deep truths of the universe, please smash the like button, okay, and hit the subscribe button. We have daily videos 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment, and let's become the person that we came here to be. People are asking, why is this modern world so crazy? What is wrong with society? Well, your high commander just gave you the answer, kid. Daddy's home, and so it is. I love each and every one of you. I hope this message inspires you. I hope this shines a truth to what's really going on. These are the things that many people are going through, and I'm here to tell you, regardless of who you are, you have to break these subconscious mind, the subconscious programs, and get to this heart, and that's the answer. Okay, everything is Robotrons, it's AI, it's all this other stuff. But when you get back to nature, that's the answer. And get back into this alignment, and you're going to see how your everyday life improves like never before. So there is a truth to these things. Please think in terms of energy, frequency. That's what life is about. Everyone thinks I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be a model forever. They're 29, they're finished. Okay, these are the repercussions. Okay, share this video. I'll tell you the truth. Okay, that's why I am who I am. That's why we're gonna see everything like a lighthouse. Okay, it's not about the BS. It's about the energy and the frequency and the vibration, and that is what love is all about. Big changes are coming. The deep truths of the universe. You got them here, kid. I love you all. And please continue to share, like, subscribe, and what was the last thing? There was one thing. Oh yeah. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Keep going. Never stop. Never bow down. You'll find yourself on the other side. I love you all.